Hi everyone, welcome to the Break Zone. This is Laurent,
This is Ken Adams.
and today we'll be doing a box opening for Ultimate Masters. I'm pretty sure everybody's aware of what the set is like. It is amazing. The estimated value is freaking high as heck. It is an expensive set though. Normal Master sets is much cheaper than this, right?
Yeah, they've supposedly pulled out all the stops for this set. There's a ton of value in it. It includes the, I guess, the box topper, which hopefully we'll see in a minute.
So the box topper is like a lottery thing, right?
Yeah, so they really just leaned into this foil, a single, I guess topper or promotional card. I'll kind of grab all the packs here for you guys. Set them aside. Set all this up for y'all. But yeah, the Ultimate Master set's really popular right now. It's obviously a big hit. Normally you don't see a ton of stuff going on in the holiday season with Magic, but right now, really, really popular. Rightfully so. You have a Master set during holiday, and everyone's kind of buying stuff for their friends and family or whatever. Sealed stuff, that is.
Okay, right? Okay. So. I mean, they reprinted a bunch of really good stuff. I mean, come on, like Karn, Liliana of the Veil, while Tamagotchi still around, obviously.
Okay, so these are uncommon that are commons.
Oh,
and then we'll show you guys stuff. Better stuff. Lord of Extinction.
Oh, that's your mythic.
It's a mythic. It's a
bit.
Mythic. Huh? Murder Circa. Okay, all right.
At least your foil's not the worst, right? Is that still being used right now?
I don't know if Murderous Red Cap has a lot of play in Modern. This definitely something that people has seen play. So because of that, I think people are still gonna try to find it and put it into something. And it does have some really crazy combos in EH stuff as well.
What do you feel like everybody's chasing right now?
Really just the Planeswalkers. A handful of mythics. There's obviously some pretty good rares that were reprinted. Engineer Explosive, Celestial Colonnade, those man lands. Ooh, Girl's Vengeance, that's pretty good.
Girl's Vengeance,
yeah. Okay, alright.
Picking up a bit. That was a tough mythic hit, though.
Yeah, Lord of Extinction is...
Is he one of the worst?
It's not necessarily the worst. I don't know. It's pretty bad, though.
It's
like pretty bad.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's a pretty low number.
Yeah, it's definitely not one you want to have in your box. Kind of whatever.
Nothing too special.
Nothing too great. I mean, you want like maybe sleight of hands and stuff like that. Might be kind of useful in your common. Witness. Life from Malone. Okay.
Oh, that's worth it.
Seems good play. It's about $12-ish right now.
Yeah, and technically each pack should be worth. If you don't count the box topper for too much. I mean, some people put a lot of weight on the box topper, but if you break about $12 to $15 a pack, right, then you pretty much got your money's worth.
Yeah, I mean that's with any master set, right? You're trying to hit a lot of consistent $10, $20 cards to try to make the box opening worth it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to be taking that loss, but definitely not ideal for your wallet.
Yeah.
So. All right. Nothing too crazy. All right, let's go see the rares now. Passer, ooh.
Pretty bad.
That is not good.
Okay.
Okay, well. Not off to such a great start, guys. Tassiger is...
Well, at least you got Life from the Loam. So
definitely feels bad.
Life from the Loam is good stuff.
Yeah, Life from the Loam is a pretty good card. Not a ton of value. I mean, it's not Celestial Colonnade or... It's not Engineer Explosives, right? Or what's
Back to Basics.
Yeah, Back to Basics, Noble Hierarch, right?
Oh, Noble Hierarch, that's right. Oh man, is that the first reprint of Noble Hierarch?
No, I mean that was in Masters, right? Was it Shards of Lara?
Okay.
I think the second Master set had a copy of it as well. So,
okay.
It was 2015.
Was it 2015?
Yeah,
dang, dude, that's way back.
So it's been a minute for sure. It's all right. And land.
That kind of hurts.
Yeah, not really ideal in terms of the man lands, but it's definitely not. Was it the green white one?
Yeah. Very Wildwood.
This is basically your middle of the run. I mean, it still sees some play.
People use it a little bit. It's unblockable or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's a 3/2 unblockable once you activate it. So if you have a Grixis control type build, And it'll definitely
sneak in a little bit.
Definitely get some. Yeah, it has definitely some value in that kind of situation. Those guys aside, go through our commons. Yeah, Predators. That's definitely a good reprint. I don't see a ton of play except for EDH essentially. That's okay. Cool. Let's go look at some of our rares here. Boom. Magus of the Czar. That's definitely feels bad.
Yeah.
Direction. Okay. All right.
It's funny though. Like they made a lot of the Magus cards, right? That were, what was it, feature versions of really powerful old school cards. Bazaar, not the best.
No. I mean, it would be if it was in like black or green, you know, like a dredge color.
Yeah,
it'd probably be a lot better.
Dredge,
right?
delve.
Yeah, but because it's blue, doesn't really have the best delve or dredge mechanic. You know,
I mean, things were very powered down when they turned them into creatures.
I mean, you have what? It takes a turn for them to go on play. Ooh,
there we go.
Hello, Engineer Explosive, fellas.
That worth a bit?
This is worth. I think this is about $25-ish still right now, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's like 2 packs worth.
Yeah, so definitely.
I mean, catching up,
helping us out a little bit overall.
Yeah.
The EV, so or the value of the box, excuse me. So yeah, definitely a lot of solid rares in this set.
Oops. I mean, it's Noble Hierarch though.
Yeah, Noble Hierarch is definitely the one that you're
chasing
for in terms of the rares. And then Back to Basics is a nice one.
Yeah.
Social Colonnade is
solid.
Is real. I mean, it's gonna probably get its value back.
Yeah,
And it'll probably come back up because eventually, you know, control is always a thing, like white blue control. I mean,
it's a pretty classic combo.
So that will see its value return.
How about good uncommons?
I mean, there's some decent ones out there. You know, Sleight of Hand, the good one. Eternal Witness. Ooh. You know, unfortunate rares. Okay, all right. Just ready? All right. So it's okay, right. Card. It's okay, really? Card. It's not really.
I haven't seen anybody ever use it.
No, that's not a ton of value. That's your. That's your blue. Hopefully, I mill this guy and then I get Ancestral Recall.
Yeah.
In a situation, but yeah, not a ton of value from the Visions of Beyond there.
It's hurting a bit.
Yeah, this box is kind of becoming upsetting again.
Well, I mean, you're not halfway yet.
Yeah, so. You know, we just started the second stack, so nothing too crazy. I'll put those guys aside and go through the comments. Side hand, so that's
there you go.
Right?
Side hand's worth maybe $1.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those cards that basically sees play in all blue formats. It's available in. So definitely gonna be tricky. We haven't hit Celestial Colony either.
Yeah, of all the lands, you're getting all the other ones.
Okay, all right.
I think I don't want to call it out, but there's still like 1 or 2 missing away from a Celestial Colonnade.
So hopefully we do go into more man lands. We get the right one.
Yeah.
Right?
Or maybe a foil version.
Foil version wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
You get 2 out of that.
Well, higher could be.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's some decent value in this set. Obviously, you know, reprinted decent amount of Delver stuff. Painter's Edict sees some value. Young Pyromancer obviously is seeing play in a lot of different formats. Grixis type matchup. Not particularly valuable. Okay. All right.
This is getting a little rough.
It's going in a different direction now. All right.
It's funny. I mean, I think of everybody that I've watched open UMA so far, Ultimate Masters, they always save the boss topper for the end. Like, you know, there's like a amount of interest that kind of increases over time as you open packs and you don't get what you want. Like, people imagine that the box stopper is just increasing in value and changing the card inside, right? Like, well, now it's got to be a card, and now it's got to be a Lily out of the Veil. Otherwise, this box up.
Real Donger.
She's a fun card.
Engineer Explosives. Ooh.
I didn't think you'd get 2 in one box.
That's a double pull of those guys.
That's good stuff.
I'll put that over there.
Foil?
Just to kind of hold on to that one.
Oof. That was...
All right. Well, there's been some packs that are not so great.
Yeah.
But Fold Engineer Explosives.
That's like what, 50, 60, you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's in that range because it's not a box topper, right? Unfortunately,
true.
Right. And basically it's the same print set.
Yeah.
Right. So you have like it's not like you're gonna want the art over that one or a different symbol, set symbol. Yeah, definitely good pull. Here are commons. Snake Umbra, Laboratory Maniac, good reprint there for sure.
People use it still?
I mean, you have your EDH stuff, right?
Yeah.
Blue is always gonna be great for draws. Shaman, not the highlight we're looking for after explosives. Or Alchemist, yeah.
Shaman, that was like, I forgot what it's called. Oh, there was an enchantment I did think, right?
Yeah, it's Survival of the Fittest.
There you go.
But this particular Fauna Shaman is you have to tap it too. So it's a creature, so it takes a turn for it to get go online. Haste. Just have haste. And then the second thing is you can't abuse it by discarding to discard more stuff. You have to wait a turn.
Then you can't just bring it back from the dead with reanimate.
Yeah, I mean, what was the combo? Was it a Rexer, right? So it's a Survival of the Fittest with Recurring Nightmare.
Yeah,
that was the combo of the day. Yeah. Demonic Cheer.
Oh, that's good stuff. A good one. That's like 12, maybe?
Yeah, the art on this one is pretty nice. I really like.
I mean, the original Demonic Tutor was something a little different, right? When it was very demonic.
Yeah. Well, this is cool. Is you have your like this I'm gonna say a demon or flying or floating behind this guy going down the sea or whatever. Mars Sands. Okay. All right. Nothing too crazy.
Used to be used a lot back in the Sands, Modern Sands. What combo so that you could just gain life forever? Was it prevent damage?
Reveal X cards from hand, gain that much, gain 3 times that much, 3 times X. So,
I mean, over the period of time that I've played Magic or checked it out, or taken a break and just kind of kept up to it with it. There were some really interesting decks, but man, some of these lockdown decks were just rough to play against. You just watch and I don't want to play this. This meta is gonna hurt.
Phyrexian Tower, okay, all right. Value. It's a lot of EDH black stuff, yeah. More common foil fodder.
Sacrifice the creature at 2. That's all right.
Yeah. I mean, you got a modular card,
Yeah.
At the end of the world.
If they destroy your creature, you might as well get some mana out of it and do something else, right?
Yeah, that's true. All these modular cards are always very popular, right? In general. Mm-hmm. Obviously, not every modular card is the same. But yeah, very popular. We're in commons. Your Desert Ritual, that's a good reprint for sure. Fastman. We have our rare. Ooh, back to basics.
There we go.
Okay. Good reprint. Not the craziest amount of money now. Pattern Rebirth. Ooh, it's kind of a feel bad foil rare.
Yeah, it's a foil rare, so it counts against you, huh?
Yeah, that's not ideal foil rare for sure. Yeah. No engineered explosives.
That's true. You can't have them all, right?
Mm-hmm.
But foil mythic.
Yeah, I mean, my other box I had was pretty good. You have your foil Karn and stuff like that. Yeah, it's always going to be a pretty good day.
If we recorded every single box that was opened by the group, this would be an hours and hours long video. There were a lot of boxes opened. This is the one that survived until today.
Dig through time. Great card. Doesn't really see any play because of power levels, just kind of atrocious. Delve card lets you get card advantage and you pick through. So. Mm-hmm. All right.
I mean, Delve was an interesting thing to put together. I think it's tough because I remember Affinity and all that stuff. Anything that made casting costs cheaper or big spells, and Delve. It's not hard to get through. It's not hard to activate.
With all the fetches in the game, fetch lands, right?
Oh yeah.
It just, there's no reason not to play fetches, and that just really, compounded the idea. Play fetch.
Yeah.
Rare for the pack. Oh, Resurgence.
Okay,
all right.
I've had some friends play that card, but it's definitely niche, to say the least.
I mean, if you need life gain, I guess that's something. Is that what you want? Probably not.
I mean, life gain doesn't usually win you the game. There's a few things that can win you the game. That one was like a tiger-looking thing on a mountain that One you
Oh,
gave if you
yeah,
had over
yeah.
40 life.
VFZ or something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Old school stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I mean, you're not gonna. Usually, you don't get it out pretty early or anything like.
Okay. Crazy. Back to the
Let's see
rares.
what the rare is.
The rares at Caracas. Okay,
A couple
okay.
bucks.
I mean, it's probably gonna feel like they'll come back up at some point. Yeah, there's definitely demand for it. People are still playing it in different formats. Not obviously, it's not in modern. It's not in EDH, right? Because that would just be the most insane thing in EDH.
It's banned in EDH.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, your Death and Taxes and stuff like that, it's definitely seen playing there. Any of your toolbox legacy decks, definitely seen playing in there. So it's just a matter of how much, you know, how many each deck plays. I mean, personally have a Death and Taxes deck. Got like 3 in there. Wow. So it's not like you're gonna need that many more after that.
It's not the first reprint, right?
This is what EMA, same art as well. Turn Masters, and then there was a Judge promo that had. Oh, okay. Technically, what this 4th print after?
Yeah, but Judge promos are like super rare.
Oh, Kitchen Finks, Dakmore Salvage. Yeah, not bad.
That's not too bad.
Kitchen Finks is definitely still valuable and common.
Getting low on the piles though.
Reanimate, and the $10 card first.
Was it a rare back in the day in Revised?
I think it was Reanimate was a Tempest uncommon, I believe.
Was it Tempest?
Yeah, it was Tempest. Yeah, that's why even though it's like really, you know, it's a really strong card. 1 mana, you basically reanimate anything in any graveyard. Yeah. What's called? You're not. I guess graveyard decks and the way they did rarities, they just weren't aware of how crazy certain things would be. Yeah.
They didn't think people would be able to get a creature into a graveyard that easily.
It just abused the mechanics of it, right?
Yeah. And the power level of creatures over time, like things definitely changed. I mean, initially it was else people were worried about, and eventually they turned everything around and they put some really powerful
Friction
creatures.
Altar. Okay. A lot of EDH broken combos there.
Yeah.
A lot of sack stuff. Steel Mutation.
Down to
what? This would be 4 packs, including the one in my hand here.
Yep.
So don't worry though, we got the topper. There's something to look forward to still. Still have high hopes.
Yeah. I think it feels better when people open up the whole box and then the box topper. I've seen other people like just stack box toppers together and then open them together, and I was like, you lose the thrill of it, right? It feels like it's just another pack if you open them back to back.
That's true. You do want that little bit of a build up.
Yeah, right? And the expectation, that all the hopes and dreams you put on that box topper from not opening the cards.
That's okay. All right, it's a card. It's a land. Yeah. It's a land.
I used to use that card in Miracles.
Oh yeah,
because then you could draw cards on your opponent's during your opponent's turn.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so you can Miracles or your opponent's turn. I loved Miracles. It just top deck all day.
Yeah, Miracles is definitely a pretty crazy mechanic.
It was just silly. It really was. Being able to like time walk.
Yeah. Basically, any miracle with temporal mastery, I think is what it was, right?
There's just so many good ones. And it's just fun. You always wanted to look. You were looking forward to like, what's the next card I get? And then you're just like, well, look at this card. It's awesome. Not great.
Not a ton of value on that one. Well, it was a lot more valuable before, but obviously I think scarcity drove its price more than anything else.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Okay.
Ton of value there, especially not now.
It is tough though. I mean, with Magic being as big as it is, you have a card that keeps its value over time and never gets. There's no power creep, right? Across the board, it's tough. Like even something like Caracas, I guess that one was too powerful, so they just banned it. That's it. The other end of the spectrum. You're too good, you're banned.
Yeah, don't let them play in the format, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Caracas is definitely a very strong card. It's unfortunate with all the legendaries. Rare is? He's a day.
Yeah, I wasn't thrilled back in the day when I used to get that card. I'm not thrilled today either.
Yeah, no.
Okay, well.
Alright.
Oh,
it's all on this. On this guy right here.
I mean, you imagine that the card that you didn't get so far, as you go down your box, you're more likely to get those, right? How many mythics did you have so far? I'm trying to think. There was Lord.
Yeah, Lord of
Caracas.
Extinction is unfortunate. Caracas. But yeah, nothing.
The Matu is rare.
Democritus are rare, yeah.
I think people are also looking for, what was it, the Barret Leash tokens? Haven't seen too many of those. Yeah.
Okay. Black one's here.
Oh.
Yeah. Guys. It's a good rare, or it's a good foil, but...
Okay, alright. Make sure you keep it in the camera, because... Oh, man. Oh, what do you want it to be?
Just a lily. Just
a lily?
Just a lily.
That's it?
I'm asking for too much? Just a lily? Alright, fellas.
Let's see.
Standard Mage.
It looks nice,
though.
It's
a nice card. It has a great ability, and obviously the art is...
It's fancy. Damn, dude. That's... Actually explosive, though, at least. So let's see what other mythics you had. Let's look up the tally. I'll take a look. Do you mind passing the tokens pile? I'll see if you have any merit leeches. I know you haven't really looked for them.
No, I didn't really bother too much with that.
So we'll look for anything rare that you think is of value, or anything that, well, any of the mythics. Yes, merit leech. No, you didn't get any of the merit leech. Is it merit leech? Merit mage.
Merit leech.
Merit leech.
So it's unfortunate. It's like I got all these man lands.
It's not the right one,
and not even the one that is of quote unquote value. And it's bad, and then
Lord.
Yeah. I guess Reanimate should be over here. I guess it's
a little bit of a rough box, huh?
Yeah. Not yeah. I mean, obviously you have engineer explosives. Decent amount of value there between these two cards, but the rest of the box kind of...
Yeah. I mean, we didn't see... I think what? Let's go down the list of like top 10 cards, and until we hit a card that we actually got here. So normally you get Lily. We mentioned like Snapcaster. Karn. Noble Hierarch. Then you get Engineer Explosive.
I think Engineer Explosive probably be next.
Well, Engineer is not bad.
Yeah. I mean, Engineer Explosive is not, worst hit.
You can't have it as box stopper, so that's as good as it gets for Engineer Explosives, right?
I think there's a box stopper, right?
Really?
I think there is.
Huh.
But, either way, it's a pretty good card. It seems a lot of play. I mean, obviously you control EDH, all different things you can play.
EDH, it's just so easy to get it to actually work out.
Yeah, I mean, you could...
Because there's just so many lands, right? Like, so many colors you play together when you play your lands.
That's true, right.
It's pretty easy to get it online, right? Like, to fetch for something like a shock land, then you get, like, one or two colors, you kind of fix things up.
Mana fixers.
Yeah.
Not terribly difficult.
Let me see. Ultimate Masters. Look up if there's such a thing as a box stopper for Engineer Explosives. I don't even know how to spell engineer. Explosive.
Counter Rebirth is...
That hurts.
Beyond. It's a great card, but it's not one that...
Oh, they do have a box stopper for it.
I think so, yeah.
But it sure as a mythic?
Well, all the box stoppers are technically mythic.
Oh, so they put a little mythic symbol on all the box stoppers?
I think so.
Oh, so does the Fulminator Mage? Yeah, it does. Because normally it's a rare, right?
This should be a rare, yeah. Special.
Okay.
Yes.
Then normally if you get it as a non-box stopper, it will come out as rare. That's interesting. I didn't think about it that way. That's cool though. I do like the I guess you could call it full art.
Yeah, the full art. Yeah.
I mean, we've seen fuller art though.
I mean, it's borderless. I think it's pretty much as full as a card can be.
But long term, I think these cards will do well. Most of them are staples. At least the ones that we pointed out, like Engineer Explosive, Demonic Tutor, stuff like Fulminator Mage. They'll definitely see EDH play. I think this is where normally if you open Masters boxes, you're looking at EDH or older formats. Right? You're not looking at not really look at modern. Like some modern, yes, like but not all of it. I can't play demonic tutor, things like that, right?
Yeah, that's a purely what you call vintage and
yeah. So in terms of what most people like to play, I think a lot of people love playing EDH. It's just a whole bunch of fun, almost no holds bar.
Right?
Yeah. And I mean that's why I like Battle Bond personally. It had a lot of fun cards to it.
Yeah. Good mechanics, right?
Yeah, and the lands weren't bad because most of the time when we play EDH, it's multiplayer. It's not one-on-one. Like
right.
We're not competitive EDH players because that's just it's a different. It takes a different person to play competitive EDH. There's some pretty wacky stuff that happens in EDH, but in terms of just having good old time with friends, I think EDH is an amazing format. You get to put like whatever powerful cards you want. Most of the time, the games go a couple turns, at least a couple turns, and board wipes galore to make sure that nobody kind of goes over the top on anyone else unless they have a crazy combo. But usually, somebody will start teching in some really good counters against them if they go too far. So overall, this box, what do you rate it? 1 to 10 in comparison to the other boxes you've seen around?
I mean, it's got some good hits, but ultimately it's kind of fortunate. Didn't hit the Noble Hierarch. Obviously, got Nutrient Explosives. Our Mythics. I mean, Caracas would have been a lot more valuable if it wasn't for so many printings of it. And demand's kind of eh. Lord of Extinction obviously is not great printing. Overall, I'd say this is probably like a 4.
4?
So, yeah, it's pretty low.
But you've seen lower.
I would say there's definitely lower than this.
Wow.
Because we still hit 2 Engineered Explosives, one obviously foil.
True.
Because there are decks, or excuse me, there are boxes that are much worse. Full Mirror Mage, I mean, sees play. It's not, it's not one of these man lands. Those are pretty rough. As well. So I mean, if you hit a Caracas, full art, probably better.
So in terms of worst box and best box that you've heard people film, so not just people saying stuff online, but people actually know that open boxes. What's the worst that you've heard, and what's the best that you've
heard? Worst. The worst I've seen is a guy had basically a bunch of bulk rares. No Engineered Explosives, no Noble Hierarchs, and then his box topper was the Stirring Wildwood. Oh. So that's a pretty feels bad kind of moment.
That's a really feels bad. Yeah. I mean that's like in Modern 25.
Yeah, that's really bad. Like, Magic 25 or something like that. I think in terms without of Jace or something like that. Yeah, that's basically how
25 without what was it, Recruiter or Jace? Like you were just. That's what it felt like. At least in Iconic Masters, there were a couple decent.
I mean, all your blue stuff was pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Even Fletcher Storm got your money back.
Yeah.
So Cryptic Command stuff like.
And
there's a Mandrill.
But okay, so what's the best box you've heard for Ultimate?
The best one, basically someone had to either hit Karn or Liliana and just basically hit all the main rares.
Okay.
Because the Mythics, I mean, those are shot in the dark for the most part, right? You have your Lord of Extinction, you have your mill to run Caracas.
Yeah.
If you hit. But the rares are really, I guess, gonna make or break any box.
I mean, the rares definitely help with the median value, and the mythics just kind of put you over the top.
Yeah.
The box stopper, how much of the value of a box do you imagine the box stopper is now? After seeing enough boxes opened, like, would you say box stopper kind of makes or breaks a box based on like third or half the value of the box?
I mean, it's
like, how big does it get to be?
I think they're like selling for about $50 to $70. I don't know, but
I think people are unaware of it. If you put it up to a light, you could see what's inside a box stopper. So do not buy them as single. That's pretty much the rule going around that. If you are buying box stoppers like that, you will probably end up with Stirring Wildwoods.
Yeah, they're unfortunately searchable. So basically, any box stopper that you buy loose, it's going to basically be under whatever the price they're willing.
And how do you feel about the fact that I went online to look for Ultimate Masters boxes, and I've seen some people selling it without box stop, which to me is just weird because they're taking off the hypothetical $50 value off the price of the box, and I'm like, So you're telling me I'm trying to reach my EV without the box stopper?
And then the other thing is you don't know if those packs have, I don't want to say search, but they're
leftovers from
from other boxes, right? I mean,
so somebody opened the box and cracks packs until they hit like the good mythic, and then they toss the rest of it in the box and sell it to you.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not great. I mean, you imagine that everybody is kind of, straight and honest and everything, but on the other hand, I'm sure there's plenty of people over there like just kind of taking things out, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely people that have gotten to a point where they mapped, to some extent, the boxes.
I think Magic's been pretty good about stopping mapping for a while. I mean, it has been an issue in the past, but the level at which you have to open boxes at this point to map it out, I think is pretty ridiculous.
I mean, because the set is so new, maybe, but at the same time, you're like, you really want to take that chance and then not number two? It seems like it seems like a bad bet to me, right?
That's true. I agree.
You're going to save what, $20-$30 by not getting the topper in terms of getting a box with a topper. So.
The topper is the reason why I like the set personally. I mean, I like the cards in this set, but the fact that I can get borderless card. I mean, look at your mage. I mean, it pops out so much more.
Right.
Like just that little bit more, just comes out so much better. That's my opinion, at least. Matter. This looks so good. It's a guaranteed foil, and I mean, if you get Liliana, and I mean, I've definitely seen some cards like I don't love Tamagotchi art personally. Like, I like the card, but a lot of the art on it is like
it's just okay. Yeah.
But there's Karn, Liliana. They look just amazing. I really like them. But we don't want to make this video too long now. Like, I'm sure we've kind of dragged it out a bit, and you guys got to enjoy everything. And as you mentioned, Ken Adams, this box was about a 4 out of 10. It wasn't the worst. Do you feel like you got your money back? Your money's worth?
Probably not.
Maybe a little bit lower.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some value in terms of some of the some of the foil cards, but I mean, it's not like I'm gonna expect to make my money back every time. And obviously, this stack, fortunately, this is the bulk stack more or less.
Yeah,
that's definitely higher than the quote-unquote rare stack.
And I mean, it could have definitely been completely different had you hit like less colony instead of one of the 3 manlands over here.
The other 3,
You would have upped the value of your box by 50, right? And that would have probably put you at even, at least, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean the 3 manlands that we did hit were the worst 3. Yeah, so that's definitely a big.
Was it the worst 3? I think the only other missing one would be a Raging Ravine, right?
And that's definitely used more than these 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think that highly of that card, but I guess I've been kind of out of it for a while. So.
Yeah, I mean, it seems more play. I mean, because it has Jund, right? Yeah. Jund sees some play with it. I know Modern is moving toward what's called green-black in terms of their color choices. Yeah. So you're not really seeing Raging Ravine right now. But then again, green-black.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Is that the card?
There was some really old school manlands that were monocolored, but after that,
right. I know
then they had the
green black one. Was that the Death Touch one?
Oh yeah, I guess they did mix some.
Yeah, they made some in.
Those were the enemy ones.
The BFZ or something like that.
Could have been. There's just so many sets, and they went back to Zendikar, and was it Battle for Zendikar?
Battle for Zendikar.
Yeah. It's hilarious. Like.
Yeah,
it is interesting that they keep going back to certain areas, but they only hit on Dublin area for so long, and then they're going back. I think this video has been going on for quite a bit of time, so thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you like the banter. We try to make it interesting for everyone so that you could kind of get inside our heads, understand a little bit of what we think about the game, about the sets, about everything that's going on, about how, for example, like Magic just started going towards Arena now, right?
Yeah, Arena is definitely really popular right now, and it looks like they're pushing it as an esport. So
yeah,
we'll see how that develops. Seeing a lot of interest,
and if people like it, maybe we'll start looking into it. I mean, we started doing some artifact stuff already, and you know about it, right? Valve has a Dota 2 based card game.
Oh, okay.
So I already have the whole set. And then played online a little bit. It's interesting, but it is different. It's no Magic. It's something else, but it's fun. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Laurent from Breakzone, and
this is Ken Adams.
And thank you guys for tuning in. Feel free to add any kind of comments, questions, suggestions. You guys aren't aware of our giveaways. You can watch the other videos. I don't have all the stuff with me right now, so I'm not going to bore you with all of it. But, you know, whenever we hit 800, 900, or 1,000 subscribers, we'll be picking one of the subscribers at random and having them pick out from a bunch of different items that we're giving away by our sponsor, MagicTechGames.com, that sells singles for Magic, Pokemon, and Final Fantasy, the trading card game. And get to pick from one of those, and we'll send it out to you. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you all next time.
Thanks, guys.